What's up, Amazon sellers? Recently, I've been able to smash my Amazon business by taking advantage of an Amazon loan of £121,000. Now, just a few months after that, Amazon offered me a new loan of £130,000, and guess what? I accepted the offer. Now, today in this video, I want to share with you why that happened. So stay tuned and what's happened to my business since then. If you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I am a 7-figure Amazon seller. Yes, recently just broke the 7-figure mark. We've done 1 million year to date and hopefully trying to hit the 2 million by the end of this year in the UK. And in addition to that, we've also opened up in the USA where I'm also a 5-figure Amazon seller there with a fully outsourced team. Now, I share lots of videos about my journey, what I'm learning across all the different marketplaces on this channel, and hopefully I can talk to you about what I'm seeing, but also share with you some top tips that are going to help you grow your Amazon business. Now, if you like that, give me a thumbs up, but hey, more importantly, if you want to keep updated on everything that I'm learning, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. That's going to really help you out learning about all the top things that I'm learning to help you in your Amazon business. Now, hey, enough about me. What are we going to talk about today? Well, first things first, number one, I'm going to go through a quick recap of my first Amazon loan and the situation around that. Number two, I'm going to talk about the new Amazon loan. And then number three, I'm going to talk about the results so far of accepting the new Amazon loan. So I'll share with you everything that I've learned so far and how it's going. So let's get started. Okay, so let's jump into the first thing. Let's give you a quick recap of my first Amazon loan and give you a bit of backstory. So May 2021, Amazon offered me a loan which was a massive £121,000. That's a lot of cash. Now, that was over a 12-month period, and I think they offered it around about like 10.9% APR. Now, we got this loan, we accepted it, and what we did is, interesting enough, it worked. It was exactly the same time as the restock limits. So what we did is we worked out to increase our stock purchases using the loan. That's what we really wanted to do. So if I give you a little bit of backstory, before we were probably only spending around like 10, 15,000 a week on stocks. But since getting the loan, we've managed to quadruple that to probably about 40,000 a week on average for stocks that we're spending. Now, with this, when we're spending, what are we doing? Well, we're making right now about 200,000 to 220,000 per month in revenue. So massive boom. I'll drop an overlay around here of the Amazon sales. You can really see that change. It just went bang. Now, the big thing right now is we still have a big chunk of money from our loan to spend for our stocks. And if you're asking me what we'll do with it, well, of course, we're going to be using it to smash our Q4 targets, and we've got a really big goal for that as well. Now, increasing our stock purchases for Q4 is going to give us more opportunities to grow that revenue even more, see that line go up. I know it's going to be amazing because that is just going to give us obviously more. We're going to have more items to sell because we're spending more money, and then obviously more opportunities to convert that stock into revenue. But the one thing we've got to be careful of, or a couple of things really, are the restock limits. That's just something that we've got to be mindful of. Right now we're okay, we're managing the business quite well, but restock limits were an issue when we first started the loan back in May, June, and again still over Q4 we've just got to be very mindful of or aware of those restock limits. And also as well, we want to be making sure that to manage those restock limits, the units we're sending into Amazon are faster selling items, which are just going to turn a lot quicker. That's going to really help us out. Now, what I will say is if you want to know more about my first Amazon loan, I created a video where I go into a lot more detail about it all. And what I'll do is I'll drop a link to it up there. So check out that. And that kind of gives you like where I'm at with the loan and what happens and how we saw the revenue increase and what we did, kind of more a granular level, more detail. So check out that video. Okay, so I am talking now about my Amazon loan and obviously what it's done to my business. And you can see it with that graph, it's just gone whoa, straight up. So I want to ask the question to you guys, if Amazon offered you a loan tomorrow or even today, would you accept it? Just drop me a yes or a no in the comments down below. I'm super interested to understand how many of our viewers would accept a loan and how many wouldn't. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so that leads me nicely on to chapter number 2, my new Amazon loan. So you might be asking why I've accepted this loan, considering we've still got money from the previous loan. Why are we upgrading now to take on the new one? So Let me put it this way. For the growth of my Amazon business, what are we doing? We're basically turning money into stock and then converting that into sales. And obviously we keep a small percentage, which is the profits. Now in the Amazon game, and interesting enough, if you're a third-party seller, one thing which I learned quite interesting, and I learned from Mr. Luke Dugan, Mr. FBA UK, is that a lot of the time what he will actually do is he will, should we say, artificially reduce the price down, because what he's looking to do is to, by bringing the price down, you actually increase the sales velocity. So you're making less profit per item, but you're selling more units. Now the other advantage to this as well is the fact that if you bring the price down slightly, what you also do is you might get other sellers who are not going to sell because it's just not profitable enough. Now, why is this important? Well, if you've got a really big cash reserve and a lot of money, well, you can now buy a lot more stock and you're going to sell more items, less profit per item. But what's interesting is that overall you're going to make the same amount of profit, but you're probably going to have less competition because other Amazon sellers are not going to join. So you have what's known as, and Mr. Luke Dugan talked about it, and again, he's doing a £1 million challenge over Q4 as well. And I know that it's about controlling the buy box, winning the buy box, and obviously being, using your advantages to you. So I'm not saying we fully understand it yet and the way it fully works, but it's certainly something we're looking at, and having a big capital reserve behind us is going to help us in doing that more often. So something super, super interesting there. So now you know what, should we say, my reasoning is behind, should we say, accepting the new Amazon loan. And again, also as well, it's not just about controlling the buy box. It's like, my God, Q4 is the time when there's so much stock to buy. Having more money in the bank than you need is always a good thing. Trust me, I don't think you can have too much money in the bank during the Q4 period. We've always run out. Now, what I will say is, let's go through now and dig a little bit deeper into the new Amazon loan. And to show you what it is, let me jump onto my screen and I'll kind of give you an overlay of like what Amazon's offered, and you can see kind of my loan history as well. So let's jump on now onto the computer and we'll go through that in a bit more detail, and you can see exactly what they're offering. Okay, so here we are in Seller Central, and I'm just going to come up quickly to growth and go to lending, and also you'll be able to see the loan. Okay, so we've just loaded up now into the lending, and you can see here it's got, so we say the active loan, 132,000 and 10.99 APR, and it's over a 9-month period. And interesting enough, it finishes this is my previous one, 121,000, again 10.99, 12 months, and this finish would have finished on the 15th of September, as actually done. And then this one here is now started, and obviously we last updated. So outstanding amount 133, for example, and you can see the previous one. So like, interesting, it didn't really go up slowly, it's just gone bang, but that was a long time ago, 3 years ago. Very interesting. So they're the loans, and they're all the loans I've had. Let's have a quick jump in now to the actual loan itself. So here you can see is quite simply the loan itself. I'm currently, payment status on time. Obviously I've hidden the loan amount. I can't show you that number, but you can see here we basically had a loan offer £132,000. You say you got the, like the regular monthly payments, the amount there, and the previous loan payoff. So we paid off 102. So we kept the difference. We cashed out an extra £30,000, and you can just kind of see down here like statements and the balance, for example. So absolutely fine, lots going on there, but that's really the loan itself and how much we got. Oh, and the final thing you can see is it's going to be paid off on the 1st of June 2022, so happy with that. Now, quick question for you guys. Maybe you're looking at growing your business and maybe you'd like to get a 121 or £130,000 loan. That's obviously going to be really, really helpful in growing your business. But one thing that we found, and I'm sure you probably find yourself, is we can all put money into our businesses, but it's about converting that money from cash into stock, because stock then gets sold, which makes revenue, which generates the profits, which is what we're really after. Now, to find the stock is just time consuming. Looking for deals is hard work. And as a result, if you are struggling like me, time's your most valuable asset. Have a look at FastTrackFBA Leads. This is a service I created whereby we have a team of sources in the UK and USA searching for deals 7 days per week. They're really going to help you out. So have a look at FastTrackFBA. I'll drop a link down below. What they do is they basically put every single deal we find onto our web platform. You can come in, look at them, and then pick and choose the deals that you want that's really going to help you buy from the supplier, resell on Amazon for profit, converting that cash into stock, then into revenue and into profits. Check it out, I think you're going to love it. So this leads me nicely on to chapter number 3, how are the results so far? Well look, to show you the results so far, what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlay around here a copy of my revenue graph, and you can just see that where we're getting on. Now the one thing which I will say is obviously we still have money in the bank from the previous loan, so right now we are seeing an increase, but it isn't like crazy. We are hoping to see that more in Q4, so watch this space. Now, one thing I will share with you is if you think that just by increasing the amount of stock purchases, she said, increases the growth of my business and it will become easy, then you are wrong. Still, the Amazon loan for us is a huge debt pile that we've got to manage and strategically pay, and obviously make sure that we're supporting at all times. And also as well, what makes this more challenging is even the restock limits. Basically, we need to focus on spending all that cash, and there's a lot of cash by the way, on products which have a good velocity of sales that we can profit from, rather than just buying lots of stock. Now you might ask why. It's because we need to be clearing these stocks out consistently from our inventory. Amazon won't let us store stock for a long time in the warehouse. We've got to use that stock, sell it through fast to manage our restock limits on every single week. That's super important for us. Now, what we do in our business and the way it works is that no matter how small the profit, if we can get the product, and so long as it's a fast selling item, then we'll generally buy it and sell it. And then by selling fast selling items, what we can do is we can increase the speed or the velocity of our stock. And obviously that works within the restock limits. So we're using that loan to buy those, maybe not as profitable, but more fast selling items that are just helping us churn that stock. Now, this is really challenging for us and my team, because it creates more work, we're buying more stock, and maybe we're making less money per item. But we believe that by, doing this process, making use of that cash, what's going to happen is we're going to be, paying off the loan, but also as well growing our Amazon business. Now, what I will say is that the Amazon loan is, one of those big opportunities to grow your Amazon business if you were offered. And if you want to know more about the different opportunities to grow your Amazon business, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a video around here of what the new Amazon Global Selling Program is. And this is basically where Amazon buy your stock for you and sell it internationally in their other marketplaces. They do it, not you. So it can really benefit your business. So check out that video. But what I will say is hopefully you've liked this video. Give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. But for me, Thomas Parkinson, FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.